Hello and welcome back. It's your girl Kelly. This is the Runaway American European edition. And today I will be reacting to something that was requested by a lot of people, which is a beginner's guide to the Eurovision Song Contest. There are some people who said react to Geography Now, but then like 4 different people said that this is actually the better version because the other one has some like misinformation. So I'm going to be reacting to this one. I really appreciate all the comments on my videos. I try and respond to every single one that I can. If I haven't responded yet, you're on my list. I try and get back to you. Also, I love everyone that's dropping me links and recommendations. I add them to my list as soon as I get them. You will see them at some point. I just have already had like 40 videos of people telling me to react to stuff, and I will get to it, I promise. But the more you subscribe, the more you like, the more you comment, the more I can do this, because I'm also a full-time mom and I do have a side job as well, but I'm trying to do this full-time. So again, the more you subscribe, the more you like, the more I can put out these videos, right? So again, thank you for the support. I really, it means a ton to me. So anyways, this is Eurovision Song Contest Beginner's Guide. And again, I know almost nothing except for what you guys have told me, which actually has been a lot. So maybe I know more than I think I do. Let's get into it.
The Eurovision Song Contest is a competition where various European and sometimes not European countries enter an original song.
Okay, so I did see Australia in there, and I like commented in it because I was like, wait, Australia? I mean, I knew that it was like the Queen or something. Like they had like some association with the UK at some point. I don't know if they still do. But I was like, weird. So Australia and Israel still compete even though they're not European. Interesting.
And then all of the countries vote for the best one. And frankly, it's quite wild. Since its quite conservative beginnings back in the 1950s, the contest has evolved into a colourful display of politics, nonsense, and actually also sometimes some pretty good music. So particularly for the benefit of my mostly non-European viewers, let me introduce you to the weird and wonderful world of the Eurovision Song Contest.
It's so good, I'm loving it.
Now, particularly in recent decades, the contest has become known for its more eccentric performances. Some just a little quirky.
Yes!
Some just a bit garish. And some, well...
Yes! Look at you
go! The weirder, eye-catching performances are the ones that get a lot of attention. The songs that go on to win the contest are usually a bit more ordinary.
I liked that
Perhaps
song.
the most unusual act to ever win the contest was the Finnish...
Someone told me, someone was like, oh my god, your reaction to this. I was shocked. I was just like, what?
Hard rock group Lordi in the year 2006.
Shocking. Like...
And I'm not saying they were unusual just because of their demonic costumes. Lordi winning the contest was also unusual because they were playing rock music. Rock songs rarely make an appearance at Eurovision, let alone win. The only other rock song that's won the contest was Ziti I Buoni by Italian band Maneskin in 2021.
Is so good. Someone told me that they're getting back together, that they haven't actually split up. They're just like going and doing their own things right now. And I love I'm gonna say his name wrong. Please don't bite my head off. But yeah, like I love his his new album is fantastic. So, but I'm excited for them to get back together and tour again because I really enjoy them as a band. They're really good.
The sort of songs that typically win the contest will usually have a dash of novelty in their performance.
This song was
generally
crazy.
Just be a pretty good, straightforward pop song. Toy by Netta, for example, which won the contest for Israel in 2018, does contain a brief chicken impression. But beyond that, it's a fairly standard and fairly catchy pop song.
It was, yeah.
And also, side note, if you're thinking right now, that song sounds a lot like Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes, well, you're not alone. Universal Records also spotted the likeness, and after threatening legal action, Jack White was credited on the song. So
I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, it does actually sound like Seven Nation Army. Very funny. My son is learning that on the drums right now. That was the first song he's learning on his drums right now. That's crazy. Yeah, when you think about it though, the beat very similar.
In a roundabout way, the White Stripes kind of co-wrote a Eurovision winning song. Nowadays, most Eurovision entries, including most winning
Duncan
songs,
Lawrence.
will tend to be
Arcade
sung
was
in the
beautiful.
English language, regardless of which country they're actually representing. But this is a fairly modern trend. For the first couple decades of the contest, every winning song was actually sung in the country's native language.
Yes. Which I do kind of think, I think that I wish they would kind of go back to that. Like watching the older songs, like I think that it was really beautiful to hear all the different languages. Like even though I didn't necessarily understand what they were saying, obviously, it was meaningful in a different way because you got to hear like their own country, like what they sing in their own country. I think that's like pretty. I do get though why they've gone to like English, because it is more universal, so like every country can enjoy it basically, rather than just like one country. But I enjoy songs all the time that aren't in English. Like actually I would say like a good like 30% to 40% of my playlist is not in English. It's in like Spanish. I listen to a lot of Thai music now that I live in Thailand. So yeah, I miss that. I wish they would go back to that a bit.
The first winning song not to be sung in the act's native tongue was 1974's
ABBA.
Waterloo, sung by Eurovision's greatest success story, ABBA.
I was defeated, you won the war.
ABBA aren't the only acts
Such
though
a
to have
good
been launched to
song.
international success by Eurovision. In 1988, a French-Canadian singer called Celine
Crazy.
Dion represented Switzerland at Eurovision and won.
Swear to God, no one sings like Celine. Like her, she can sing anything. She is phenomenal. She's wonderful. Also, a lot of people explained to me, because I was like, but she's Canadian. And they were like, apparently, so I don't know if he'll say it in this video, apparently you don't have to be from the country. Just like someone just has to be like writing, basically, like the song has to have like writing credit, like someone from the country, I think, is what I saw in the comments. I could be wrong. I'm so sorry. I just need to take a drink real quick. I had to clear my throat.
Celine Dion was already well known in her home country of Canada as a French language singer, but it wasn't until after winning Eurovision that she started releasing English language music and became the global...
Had to pause, actually. So this is being broken up and put together because I had a coughing fit because I'm getting over a cold. So if you think my voice sounds like a little bit raspy, that is why. Thank you so much for my son for going to school, because school is a germ cesspit. Anyways.
The megastar that she is today. Another now household name to appear at Eurovision before they had quite made it is Olivia Newton-John.
Oh
who
my
represented
God,
the
no
UK
way.
In 1974.
I love that I was like staring at her face and still didn't recognize her. But yeah, she looks different than like she did. And obviously in Greece though, like her hair was like so different.
Much like with Celine Dion, in 1974, Olivia Newton-John was an established singer, but it would still be 4 years before she shot to global fame and starred in the film Grease.
Love that movie.
Now, if you're thinking, wait, how did Canadian Celine Dion
Yeah, there we
represent
go.
Switzerland?
See,
Well,
I
a
wasn't the
Eurovision
only one. I was
contestant
like, what?
doesn't have to be from the country that they are representing. For example, American rapper Flo Rida represented San Marino.
That is crazy to me that Flo Rida was on Eurovision. I saw Flo Rida live. It, like, when he did like apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur, that was my song when I was like in middle school. But that's crazy that Flo Rida was on
in
Eurovision.
2021, alongside Italian singer Senhit. Flo
I miss
Rida
Flo
is one
Rida.
of
What
many
happened to him?
established artists who made an appearance at Eurovision. Although the song they perform at the contest must be a brand new composition, the performer doesn't have to be some little known or unknown artist.
Okay.
Many already very well established artists have appeared at Eurovision, including Cliff Richard, who represented the UK in 1968 and 1973.
I heard him. He was the runner-up,
and
right?
Katrina and the Waves, who are known for their 1980s hit Walking on
Walking on
Sunshine, who
Sunshine.
won Eurovision for the UK in 1997.
That was good.
The
I like
country
that.
to have won Eurovision the most is Ireland.
Ireland.
And 3 of those Irish wins are actually thanks to one person,
Johnny Logan. Yes.
Johnny Logan is not only the only performer to
Everyone
have
is
won
saying he's called Mr. Eurovision because he's won twice for singing and once for composition, like for writing. He's phenomenal. He's so good. I'm thinking I'm going to react to like his full performances because he really is great and I love him.
Eurovision twice, performing Ireland's winning song in both 1980 and 1987, but he also composed Ireland's 1992 winning song. Ireland is also the only country to have won the contest 3 years in a row, winning Eurovision 92, 93 and 94. In fact, some have speculated that in 1995, Ireland intentionally entered a lackluster song to avoid winning the contest a 4th time in a row.
That's
But
beautiful
why would a
though.
country not want to win Eurovision? Well, because the winning country has to host the next year's contest, and hosting Eurovision can be a very expensive thing to do. Many speculate that some of the more dreadful acts that have been put forward to Eurovision over the years were intentionally bad because the country didn't want to risk winning and therefore having to host the contest. This is particularly the case for the so-called Big Five. Although the main spectacle of Eurovision is the grand finale, most countries who enter the contest have to first qualify in a semi-final. But the Big Five...
Back at it again after another break. I'm so sorry. You can literally see like the tears in my eyes from coughing. Oh, so fun. Like, I love getting sick. It's the best.
automatically qualify for the grand finale due to these countries' large monetary contribution to the running of the contest.
Oh.
This means that if one of those big five don't want the hassle and expense of hosting Eurovision next year, they might intentionally enter a mediocre song.
Ooh,
Now,
interesting.
the system by which countries are voted for has changed over the years, but is generally some sort of mix of a professional jury and votes from the general public. The rules and structure of Eurovision have changed many times during the contest's almost 70-year history. An interesting example of the rules having to change actually was after the 1969 Eurovision, where 4 different countries, the UK, Spain, the Netherlands and France, all won the contest. They were all joint winners of Eurovision. This is because they all scored the same amount of points and no tiebreaker rule had been introduced to the contest yet. Needless to say, the next year a tiebreaker rule was introduced. Now, getting over 30 different countries to all compete against each other in a song contest is going to result in some politics. Of course, it's well
Obviously.
known that certain countries will always vote favourably for their close allies. For example, Greece and Cyprus always vote for each other, and the UK and Ireland often swap votes. But more notably, in years where Eurovision takes place against more politically charged world events, you can often see those events reflected in the voting. For example, last year, Ukraine won Eurovision. And although their song was good, and Ukraine have won the contest before, it's probably not a coincidence that they won in the year 2022. Likewise, the first Eurovision Song Contest that took place after Brexit had completed, which was 2021, the UK scored the dreaded nil point.
And the United Kingdom gets from the public 0 points.
Ooh, ouch.
Of course, it can be hard to tell conclusively how much politics is really influencing the voting. Maybe the UK's entry that year just wasn't very good.
Sometimes I know my fire burns low, but as long as you're with me.
Yeah, it
For
wasn't
example,
very
when
good.
the UK got nil point in 2003, some cited the UK's recent and controversial joint invasion of Iraq as the reason that the UK had received no points. But also that year, the UK's entry did sound like this.
They didn't try. They were like, it's fine, we'll just send someone.
So maybe it's not all about politics.
Ugh.
Eurovision performances have often been used as a platform for raising awareness and visibility of issues and causes, perhaps most notably, Eurovision has increasingly become a fantastic champion of LGBT plus pride. Various openly LGBT acts have appeared at Eurovision. For example, drag queen Conchita Wurst won the 2014 contest for Austria.
So cool.
So that is Eurovision, a unique intersection between geopolitics and
honestly, you guys have covered a lot of it in the comments, so like a lot of that wasn't new to me, but it was still interesting. It was still good. But I love all the comments, seriously. Anyone like that wants to throw me some like details about trivia or tell me another song to react to that wasn't in the top, like, so they were like, hey, this should have been in the top, it wasn't, please watch it. I will add it to my list. Sorry I had to take pauses during this, so this video will probably be a little bit choppy because I have to like put it edit it together. But hopefully I'll be over my sickness soon and it won't be an issue anymore. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And I'm Kelly, the Runaway American. This is the European edition, and I'm out. Bye.